What up? What up? What up? Miss No Rear View, always moving forward, never looking back. Um, More content. Here we are again, night two, um, celebrating women, great women of my life this week. Um, Tonight we're focusing on Black excellence, and in my book, this is Black excellence. An amazing woman. Her name is Tye Noel. Um, I don't have too many friends. I don't keep too many people up around me. So she was someone that I met and we connected. She's my family. She's my best friend. Um, we've been through a lot in such a short period of time, but she's an amazing woman, and we're going to talk to her tonight. Hi, Ty.
Hi.
Introduce yourself.
Um, I'm Ty. Yeah, I don't know what I don't like having to introduce myself. I don't know what to say. Um,
Who are you? Where are you from?
I'm from Uniontown, PA. Born and raised. I live here in East Stroudsburg now. Um, I own a business called Noel's Nest. It's a birth, postpartum, pregnancy loss doula service. I also operate childbirth education and breastfeeding counseling. Um, and I'm a nurse by career, I guess.
You're a nurse by night.
Yeah, literally.
Mommy by day, nurse by night.
Yeah,
You have Tristan, who
of
is
course.
4.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Beautiful little girl, smartest little girl I know. She's so natural, already reading. Like, yeah, she's part of our family too.
Yeah, real crispy.
Um, I met you when I first moved back here from Arizona. We were working for Pyramid Healthcare,
Mm.
and Pyramid Healthcare is a men and women's detox facility and a residential men's program that can last 30 days, 90 days, 6 months, you name it. So that's where I met her, and we're going to talk about that. But I wanted to maybe talk about you a little bit, Sai, because like you
Oh,
don't know how to
sure.
introduce yourself. But since I know you, I feel like I can ask you some questions.
God.
What is your nationality?
American.
And how do you identify? What is your culture? What is your
Black.
back?
Blackity black.
Black. Your mom's Panamanian, though, right?
Part. Yeah.
That's still African. Like, that's black.
Yeah, for sure.
You consider it?
Yeah, I'm a black woman.
Most definitely.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Don't question it.
Blackity black, black,
Blackity black.
blackity black, and that's why I pick her for Black excellence. I want to just talk about a little bit of like where were you? What type of family did you come from? What was your core?
Oh boy.
Just, I mean, you can say what you want, but you can brush on anything.
Okay.
All right.
So my family I grew up with, my mom, who's my stepmom, my dad, and two of my brothers lived in the same house as me. My brother Ian, and my little brother Jaden. Um, as far as what kind of family was it, I think we were your everyday black family. You know what I mean? Not from a big place, but I did have a ton of extended family around me that I grew up with a lot. At my grandma's house, cousins and things like that. Um, so yeah, but I think I had a pretty well. And further into my childhood, I had a pretty typical little black experience.
What about when you were younger?
Yeah, I was in foster care
Yeah.
for a while. Good while. It felt like a long time when as a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm actually probably not quite sure how long we did spend in there now. Um, but yeah, it felt like quite a while. Uh, yeah, not the best experience. You know.
Do you feel like talking a little bit about, because
Yeah.
the reason why I'm leading this way is because um, I admire it. You know what I'm saying? And everything that was meant to break you total opposite of me.
Mm.
It seemed like it made you stronger. You
Okay.
know, I've seen as we've shared stories and we've shared, it seemed like it made you stronger.
Mm.
So, can you share just a little bit about what you went through in the foster care, like you and your brothers?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you. Because I do myself feel like the experience, it it was necessary almost for
Right.
me. Because I wouldn't be who I am without it. But certain aspects of it were to my detriment. You know what I mean? And I can only admit that now as an adult who's done some shadow work.
Right.
But yeah, the experience as a total was horrible. I wouldn't wish it on somebody I had the most distaste for.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of abusive situations, a lot of racism, um, just felt like neglect a lot. You know what I mean? I mean,
And
because
you
it was.
and you had to fight because I don't think it's funny, but sometimes when, because you've said the story more than once,
Mm.
when they try to take you from your brother, what did you do? Like, you were a protector too. Like, you had to fight.
Yeah. So, my older brother Ian, we're super close in age. He was born in August '91. I was born in December '92. Um, and I mean, he's my brother. I've known him my whole life, you know. But we've always had a real close relationship. And when we were entering the foster care system, it's everything is real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your head is spinning. So you can imagine as a child how that feels. Like as an adult, sometimes you feel like you're in a whirlwind, but as a child, it's like whoa. They come in, they take you. Okay, we're going in the van. Pack your some of your clothes, whatever you can't take. Boom, you're in the van. You're going. It's like what? Okay. So we're driving somewhere. I just remember being in the van, driving down the road. We're sitting in the back seat, and she's telling us, yeah, we're gonna take you to your new foster parents. Your Ian's gonna go over here. You're gonna go. I said, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I said that don't sound real, conducive to it's bad enough. We're already in the situation that we're in.
Yeah.
Now you're talking about separating me from my brother. You have to understand that the way that we lived with the conditions that we lived under with my mother, it was everything to make sure my brother was well. You know what I mean? And he would do the same for me. So it was of utmost importance. You're not.
Yeah.
I'll jump out this van right now. And that's what I told her. I will jump out this van right now. And I guess the sincerity in my voice made her realize, like, oh no, you're not. And they found somebody to take us together. So
dope.
Yeah.
So not to brush on all that. It did have a good ending because your dad.
Yeah, the big dog, the homie. My dad ended up being awarded full custody of my brother and I, and then we ended up, yeah.
And then that's the family that you landed in.
Yes.
And you grew up, and you went to school for nursing.
Initially, I went to school for secondary education. I was going to be an English teacher. I like to write. I love to read.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I mean? And I've always loved kids. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll teach. You know what I mean? I was going to teach high school English, and I was cool with it. And then I got about 2.5, 3 years into it, and I was like, no, it wasn't exactly. Literally, how it was, I was laying in bed. I'll never forget it. And it had already been bothering me that I'm going to these classes. I'm not going to some because I just don't. It's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not given. It's not given what it's supposed to give.
Yeah.
So I'm laying in bed one night, and I literally popped up and I said, I want to be a nurse. And I had never had the idea of it, the thought of it, the want, the desire. And then I started looking into it with the nursing school.
Okay. Yeah. And that was an accomplishment in itself. When I think about your story, I know that you had trauma and you worked through it, but I also found like you don't have real addiction problems. You don't have you don't have the same issues that some people who would have went through something as traumatic as you would have. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the day, what was it that made you want to go to school and want to do better? And I know that you were wild a little bit.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm asking.
God. Hush. But no, for real though, it was God, and it was and it's the idea of, I say to myself all the time that is, I thank God my mind was kept um through that situation, because traumatic things can happen to you throughout your life.
Yeah.
But when traumatic things happen to you as a child, I feel like there's only one of two ways to go.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Either you're going to propel yourself up out of it, or you're going to sink.
And you were someone that propelled yourself.
And yeah, my mind was kept. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As much as, again, it was to my detriment in ways that, like, I was always a poor communicator.
Right.
You know what I mean? I was super untrusting,
right.
anxious, things like that. That's the side effects of it. But the will and the desire to never want to. I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see it. I don't want to nothing. So
no drugs and stuff like that.
No drugs, no abuse. No, I want it in my mind. It was, I'm going to have a picture perfect life.
Yep.
Because this is the extreme opposite. So I wanted the extreme, which is unrealistic. You know
exactly.
what I mean?
It's amazing because it doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
You know that by working.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It doesn't ever happen.
Yeah. Yeah. But the desire was there, you know?
I appreciate you for that.
Yeah.
But you're fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're fun. Like, you're a hippie chick, and you're free. Your heart is open, full of love, and that's really dope. So you woke up one day, you wanted to become a nurse. Mm-hmm. And did you go to school right away?
I don't remember if there was like an extreme lapse in. I do remember that I went on vacation before I went to school, so there had to be some little bit of a gap in there. But it wasn't huge. It wouldn't have been any less. I mean, any more than a year between dropping out of being an English teacher and switching over to going to nursing school.
Gotcha. And what do you like to do, like hobbies and stuff?
I love my plants. It's not a hobby, but I love to spend time with my child. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's probably my favorite thing to do. I write. I read a lot. Real cool girl.
Just chill.
Yeah, I just vibe all day. You know what I mean?
You're a whole vibe.
That's it.
You're a whole vibe.
You know, books and vibes.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Books and vibes.
That's it.
Now, as far as your spiritual, like you said, God, but recently he made an accomplishment.
Yes.
What would that? I don't have to say it. Go ahead and tell him, what was your most recent accomplishment as far as elevation and ascending as a woman?
What aspect? I feel like that's something that, like, I feel like we can go so far left into the topic of, but I actually don't like to discuss, like, because I feel like people will twist your words, or they'll take it one way, or what I think is a dangerous thing is people, how do I want to say it? People will think you're saying one thing, not having the full concept of it.
Right.
And then go out and try to find it or search it or do it, and they're in something entirely left of that. And because I'm so new in what I'm doing, I don't even want to touch on it.
Okay, we don't have to touch on it. But we are going to touch on your community.
Let's do it.
Your community, giving back to the community. Mm-hmm. And what I wasn't available for it. But again, you're from Pittsburgh, and the Pittsburgh community, what's it like living in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania?
Well, at home, I'm a little bit outside of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
But its home is, It's a vibe. You know what I mean?
Like-
I hold on, because people from home are gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, "Don't say that time because home is whack. Like home is," and I'm not. It's not like this great big city that you're gonna go to and you're gonna be like, "Wow." But I love it because it's what I know.
Home,
You know what I mean?
home
Like,
of the Steelers.
it's but of course, but everywhere is still our nation. So like where I grew up, like I said, it's smaller, it's more close knit. Um, everybody is related. Like there's like these groups of families. Not everybody's related. That sounds real.
That doesn't sound good.
No, that sounds real mixy. What I meant to say was there's like big families everywhere that are close knit, and like my family's huge. So I had a cousin on, I mean, every other block. Right. You know what I mean? So yeah, but that's what home feels like to me. Like I feel like family. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's a little cool little place.
What events did you throw this summer?
I had a Juneteenth event. We had a writing workshop. On Saturday we had a soul food cook-off. That went really well. There was an open mic poetry night, but we had some wine, so it was a real nice vibe. It was real intimate. We had some local artists there that I really, really love, which is another thing that I love about home. We have some really super talented people, like just in Uniontown, and it's so.
Did they rap? Were there rappers and stuff?
Yeah.
I need to go out there.
They were rap artists.
Scout.
Yeah, absolutely. There's one who I believe just dropped a project. You could find her on, I think, every platform as Little Sis Gigi. She's amazing. And then there's another artist hip hop rap artist, Mulu as well, who they both have amazing music. They're both super talented artists, and they both did some poetry for me, so it was dope. It was a cool little event. I want to do it again. Play. Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, go to YouTube.
Go to YouTube.
But you gotta play one from both of them if you're gonna play.
Yeah, if you say they're fire, like,
oh yeah, I'm gonna put you on.
There's a lot of Arizona people listening,
right?
But
so now we can go Arizona thing on your own time.
No, but it's okay. It's okay.
Let my people
listen.
Okay?
This is the biggest deal of it, okay? Because yes, I rep Arizona. Cool, whatever. But I want to have all different types of artists from everywhere and make a mixtape from Pittsburgh or Yorktown, Stroudsburg, New York, Jersey, and Arizona. Incorporate everyone. So let's go to YouTube. Let me see. Little Sis Gigi.
Yeah, type it in, browse through, but you're gonna play the first song. It's one of her older songs. Like I said, she just dropped a new project. But
is it this?
This is one of my favorites. No, scroll down a little bit. It was the first one when you go back to the search, and then right there.
Wait.
Click the very first drop down. Yeah, so play that one.
All right, let me see. Let's do the. Do we have to do clean?
I guess you can hit the visual.
All right, let's see. I don't want to do anything clean.
Can they see this?
Yeah, I'm gonna get them. I'm gonna make it so we can see it. Better not be no ads. Okay.
What did you say?
There better not be ads up there.
Oh. I was like, I would never put you on nothing crazy.
No, not you, sis. Watch. I got you. We're gonna go listen to Lil Sis Gigi and rep your town.
Okay, yeah, Lil Sis Gigi live from Uniontown, PA.
Uniontown, PA.
This is her song. Like I said, it's one of her older ones. I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know I shared a link today that she got a new project out. So check her out. Like I said, probably on every platform. Little Sis Gigi. All right.
And which one was it? Why did I go here? Oh shit! I need to quit smoking weed.
No thanks. Yeah.
All right.
That's not it either. It's this one right here.
This one?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And they can see that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Technology.
Well, it's starting to.
Crocodile. This is what, see? This is why.
Hold on, real quick, y'all.
Not they saw none of the video.
This is little sis Gigi.
Just you bobbing your head the whole time. And this is not, so now you gotta go back to the song again. You are something else. Boy, I tell you.
Yo, this
that's
little
why I'm
sis
looking at the
Gigi.
screen. I'm like, yo, there's no. I'm like, how are they seeing it? And there's
shit. My bad.
Clear that for them.
Y'all ain't hear that?
Oh, we're having some technical difficulties.
You guys did not hear that? Fire? Tell me that, William, don't say that. William, don't say that. I'm having technical difficulties tonight. No way. Tion, what's up with you? Let's see what Tion said. Tion's a lifelong friend, Ty. He said,
Hi, Tion.
that's what's up, Tessie. He said, you doing something positive. Can you hear me now? Tion said, that's what's up, Tess. You doing something positive. Tell everybody your testimony, cuz you come a long way. You know, it's not just mine, Tion. I'm gonna need to interview you too, cuz.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, this is all of our testimonies, Tion. This is just, people I know. I can't wait until I get to reach out into the real world. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait till I get to just be out there and gathering all of the testimonies, Tion. This is just what I feel I'm supposed to be doing at this age. And I want to infuse music in it. I know a lot of really dope people, like this young lady, Tye Noel. For those of you guys that just came in, um, she's one of my best friends over here in Pennsylvania, and I don't have too many. But she's a community activist. She's a woman of faith. She's a very spiritual woman. Um, she's into Black Power, like all the way. She's a revolutionary. Um, she's really connected to the earth. Um, and when I met you, we were working at a detox facility together. You remember?
Yeah.
And I remember just walking into the facility, like my first night. I was scared because I didn't know it was a different place. I'm in Pennsylvania, and I'm working in a facility that's a detox for women and men. And then there's a residential side. And the company was so bad. I'm not going to say their name again. Like, we had no staff. People would call out. So you'd have like two women and a nurse to like 75 people.
Yeah.
How did you like that job? Did you like it or?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved the work. I hated the job. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, the patients that we had, the conversations that you could get into with them, watching them get better. You know what I mean? Hearing people's testimonies, and then just you know what I mean. We had some really good. We had a lot of cool coworkers. You know what I mean? That got you through the shifts. And
I'm gonna tell the story.
Of what? Please don't embarrass me. Please. No. Tell me in my ear first. Of what? Sorry, y'all.
Sorry, give us one more.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Well, okay, that don't affect my license. I don't know anything about that.
See, we can't let anything affect her nursing license. So, y'all, this is how serious it was. I would get men coming out of prison, and she's a nurse, but I'm with them on my whole 8, 12, how many hours shift I work. So, this African man, not African American, an African man who was once a Somali war child, Somalian war child. He was Somalian, Ty. A Somalian.
Okay, I don't know anyway because I wasn't there. So.
War child woke up because I worked the overnights. We both worked the overnights. Woke up and this man wanted to kill everybody. And he was sweating and his eyes were bugging out of his head. And I'm like, look, bro, come here. Like, let me talk to you. And then he wants to leave at night. So it's my goal to retain the client. I don't want to send nobody out overnight. You need to talk to your counselor in the morning, whatever it may be. But he was so amped up because the psychiatrist took him off of all the medicine that he had been on for a long time. And every day he asked, "Can I get my medicine? Can I get my?" And they didn't give it to him. So he's just at the point where he's coming off the medicine, having flashbacks. He told me, "Miss, I was stolen from my parents in Somalia during a war. They took me from my sister. They had us drink people's blood." Like I believe him. Like there's no way he was lying to me telling this story. And it was so gruesome and graphic that it scared me.
Yeah.
Fuck you mean? I was scared. Like, what are we gonna do? And I'm the peacemaker. I've always, anytime I go, like, I'm like, look, bro, don't give me no problems. Like, I'm just like you. I care. Like, talk to me. What do you want to talk to? What do you want to talk about? And let me see. I want to lose. I gotta keep talking. What'd you say, Tracy? Sorry, you guys. I'm gonna see if I can work on the music because we're definitely gonna play that. Yo, Tracy, they stopped his meds. And he was in the residential side. He had already detoxed, stopped his meds, cold turkey. Sis, this man was out of his freaking mind. Like he was talking about hurting people. He was psychotic. He had a really bad episode. So guess what I did? My nurses were like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I was like, look, sir, I have some medicine in my car, and it's called medical marijuana. If I let you smoke, like I'm gonna give you my clip. Like you can have the whole thing. Go over there, way beyond the camera, in the parking lot, under the light, so I can watch you, so you don't run. And I went on ahead and gave him my clip, and he went over there. And sis, I'll tell you what, this man took a, he hit it, blew it out. He hit it again, blew it out. The third pull, Tracy, his whole body just dropped. Like it felt to me like the tension just ran out of his body. Yeah, I let him smoke some butt. And I'm not saying he was okay. He was able to make it through the night till the morning. My nurses are like, what did you do? I said, let's just say I was the nurse tonight. But that's just me. You already know, Tracy. That's just me. I'm going to work with people the way that I feel best. The company left us with hundreds of men.
Yeah.
Um, what was the most rewarding thing about that job for you, Ty?
Um, I think the most rewarding thing overall, um, is just to. Or do you mean on a daily basis?
On a daily basis, yeah.
Oh, just connecting with people. You know what I mean? Getting to have honest conversations with them, making them feel comfortable. Not that it's okay or things that they've done are okay, but that it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or when a patient would come in and they're sick, and you could just tell like they want to leave and they want to, and then you get them comfortable when you get them to feel a little bit better and you have a good conversation, and then they're ready to kind of, they roll back in, and they stick it out another day. So that's a rewarding thing in itself.
That's definitely is. You get one more day on that.
Yeah.
Um. So I know that I would be one of the ones that would have to search,
Mm.
and sometimes it would get biased. Like you script search them, or
Sometimes
it get biased. So did you ever handle like overdoses or
Oh
like
yeah, frequently. Yeah.
frequently?
Mm.
Um. What usually happens? Like what?
I think it depends on, of course, how much they've used,
Right.
but usually, if it's a Caucasian patient, you know what I mean, they get real they get this pallor to them, a gray.
Right.
You know what I mean? You could see them kind of falling into something.
Right.
They might look like to what somebody who doesn't know. You know what I mean? Like they're just getting extremely tired, or but they're getting out of breath. You know what I mean? And their oxygen level in their blood is dropping.
Right.
And they're losing consciousness. So, you know, then you have to Narcan them.
Narcan.
If it's an opiate overdose.
Take them to the hospital. What was the worst thing you saw?
Ooh. That's a tough question. In all of nursing or just in drug and alcohol?
Drug and alcohol.
Wow. I think it's a combination of worst things that I've seen, and none of it has to do with outbursts from clients or deaths maybe by chance, or it has a lot more to do with the care patients receive or lack thereof.
Yeah.
That's probably the hardest thing to see, because you know
Yeah.
I mean, you're the healthcare provider. You know it's not what they need, or what or might be a quick fix, but it's not going to last long term.
Right.
Or you're switching. Okay, you know, I'm detoxing them from this opiate, but I'm putting them on this substance
Right.
too. You know what I mean? So it's I think the lack of proper mental and physical health care was the hardest thing to see.
Understood. My friend Tracy said hi, Ty.
Hi.
Tracy's my best friend in Arizona.
Hi, Tracy.
We gotta fix this, y'all. Hold on. Remember? We spread wide.
The other one, remember?
Hold on, y'all. We gotta fix up the setup. I don't know why that song didn't play. That kind of irks me.
Yeah, and I had 2 songs to play.
Well, I want to try. My friend CG said hello, Ty.
Hi, CG.
Wait, your face is covered up on the logo.
Oh, you can't see me. All right,
you gotta get a little closer.
I got a bad bag.
Well, you can still lean back.
My bad, y'all.
We just over here chatting it up.
I can't see y'all's comments. She gotta read them to me because I don't want to put my glasses on and be looking at y'all.
CG said hello, Ty. Look at.
Okay. Oh, hey y'all. Yeah.
Tracy's laughing.
Tracy, I did not want to be, because I'll do, and the bad thing is I squint through my glasses too much, so I now have the wrong prescription.
Yes.
So it's super bad.
You guys, what are you guys doing tonight? I want to figure out why this video didn't play.
We're troubleshooting in the middle.
No, it's not gonna. Sorry, man.
You're fine, babe.
I
was just messing with you. It's right there, baby. I don't gotta take that.
Tracy, I'm gonna need you to tell me if you can hear this. But we gotta hold on a minute. Because if I share a screen, maybe you can't hear the audio.
You're asking the wrong one, honey.
What the frick?
I barely know how to work my phone.
She says she's walking and listening to us. One day you'll be able to catch me on the podcast, Tracy, on like a little podcast channel. I'll be working on that. So I bet you can't hear it if...
Yeah. Well, it says that is muted, right?
Yeah, that one is.
So would you have to unmute it for them to hear that? Or no?
No.
It'll just pick you up.
Well, let's try it. Let's see. Let's go ahead and just see. Because I really want to play it. All right, let's see. Tracy, you got to tell me if you can hear it. Can you hear it, Tracy? All right, cool. She can hear it. So we can put our picture little right there.
Oh, it's like the change.
CG said it's low. Tracy said, who is this?
Little sis Gigi.
Oh, all right. That is what's up.
And then we'll play the other one later.
Yes. And then we can play the other one later. CG said, well, first of all, Tracy said yes, she can hear it. CG said super low. Thank you, CG. I don't know if it was because I didn't mute my mic. So that might be how I have to do that. Thank you. Um, who is that, Ty? She's from Tye Knows Her, Tracy.
Yeah. Like I said, I think you can find her on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music. I listen to her on Apple Music, YouTube, whatever you stream on. I think, and it'll be Little Sis Gigi, LILSISGG.
And then, yeah, Lil Sis Gigi. And that name of the song is Ooh Wah.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh Wah. OOHWAH. Super dope. I liked it. Tracy said she liked it. Wow. So Ty, so we worked together at the detox facility, and you're still doing nursing. You're just doing a care home now, and that.
Well, I work agency, so I just do what I feel like doing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you make good money.
Yeah, I'm not contracted. I pick up where I want to, the hours I want to, and then that way I can just kind of chill and do my thing with Tristan. In the meantime, so I do a lot of long term care. I do a lot of med bridge. Um, yeah.
I think that's what Tracy is studying to be a nurse right now.
Okay.
Tracy, you're studying to be a nurse, right? CG said he felt like he was listening through the mic. Now there's no sound. All right, CG, I'm gonna have to, because it does screen share. So I'm unsure if I'm gonna figure it out. CG, thank you, babe. Tracy said, what made you become a nurse?
Oh, yeah, like I told you, God, and something, you know, because everybody always says something, but when something tells you it's God, you know what I
Yep.
mean? But that's kind of how it happened. Like I said, I just woke up one day and I said I want to be a nurse, and that's what I did. But I've always had a desire to help people in one way, shape, or form. You know what I mean? I always felt like I kind of have a healing energy.
Kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
No, you really have a really healing
Thank
energy.
you. I appreciate it.
Tracy, she is the best nurse. You're gonna be the same type of nurse as her. Um, she says she knows that's right.
Yes,
Ty.
ma'am.
Now, Ty, you're also. I got you plugged in up here to do the poetry, spoken
Yeah,
word poetry.
I do that a little
Are
bit.
you in the mood for one, please?
I'm never. I feel like I'm never in
No,
the mood
no,
to
no.
do. No, hear me out. I love poetry.
Right.
I love to read it. I love to listen to it. I love to watch it. I love to write. But I think I'm an odd character because I don't consider myself a poet. I know I am. Hear me out.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I know
You
I
are.
am. But I feel like when I write poetry, a lot of the times I'm just talking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying how I'm feeling.
Okay.
Or what I'm thinking.
Shout out Red Room Studios, East Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, because she always, when I first found that studio and I was like, yo, go do spoken word. Go. She pushed so hard not to do it, but when she did it, then she just kept doing it. So you're not just talking, and
no, I didn't mean. You know what I mean? I've done spoken word for a long time now, longer than I would like to admit because I don't want to admit, but I just don't. I don't know. I don't know. Like today, like you had asked me from several days ago to do a poem, so I knew I was gonna have to do it, right? But I'll do this thing where I won't even look at them.
Okay.
I won't even look.
You can put the camera on me.
No, I'm not. I don't mean like that. I mean I won't look at my poems.
Oh, you won't look at your poems.
I won't read them. I won't write nothing new. And then the day I'm supposed to do something will come, and I'm like, well, here we are, face to face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you don't have to do anything new.
No, I'm not. I'll do whatever. I don't care. I'm just letting you know that this is what you should expect from me.
The on-screen comments are blocking her face. CG wants to see her face.
I love that for me.
CG said the on-screen comments are blocking her face. We need to fix that immediately. No, we need to take that down.
My chai.
Maybe I'll take.
But yeah, I'll do something for you.
All right, thank you, CG. And now she said the sound is off. Can you guys hear me? Tracy, can you hear me?
Oh boy.
It's been one of those days.
Honey. It'd be like that sometimes, though.
We can't have her read a post.
I can't.
You know you love me, Ty.
Oh, shit.
We can't have her. CG said, yo, I'm dying. So you can at least hear me, right, CG? Ty, okay. So you said you're going to do one for us.
I will do one for you.
All right. But you don't want to look at them, right?
I didn't say that. I never said that. But, yo, the disconnect sometimes. Love you, but
I shouldn't have smoked before.
Yeah, I guess I'll do something.
He said, yeah, he can hear it. Thank you.
Okay, let me see. Well,
I'm trying to keep those comments off her face.
Mm, do you want me to do a new one or the one that you had asked me to do?
Well, can we do a new one now? The one I asked you to do?
Sure.
She be giving me what I want.
Which
I love her.
one first?
Black man.
Okay. I've done that. Okay, this will be my second time doing it.
This one is called Black Man. CG, this is meant for men like you. He's a good man, so.
Oh, I'm wondering why I can't see.
He's in Georgia.
Love that for him.
You've been to Georgia, right?
I've been through Georgia. I've never. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm sorry. No, because I know it's here. But when I updated my phone, it split my notes into folders, and I haven't.
Oh wow.
I haven't.
You just did the update, the 16, I think.
Oh yeah, girl, I just did it. I wasn't. I don't be checking for this one.
Do you know they got the world? Like the background is the world or the moon. It looks kind of dope.
Mean?
They have new backgrounds or new lock screens.
Oh, wallpapers.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
And it's like the world, a globe, or the moon.
Interesting.
There is one song we can play that I know we can listen to.
No, we can play My Guy while I'm trying to find this phone.
They weren't even able to hear him.
Oh, I guess I could search him.
You know what we can do? We can put it on your phone and we can just put it right there.
Put what? Oh, the video.
Yeah.
All right. Are you neither of us need to be having a real solid conversation right now because something is off. Anyway, let's do it. Sorry, y'all. Ooh. All right, guys. I don't know how she just titled my poem. I never had a title for it, but I guess it's called Black Man.
Listen.
Yeah, so just to introduce it a little bit, a lot of my poetry is Black, related to Black topics, Black love, Black women, Black men, how I see the world as a Black woman, things like that. So yeah, this is not a poem about a specific love, which I've written about before. When you're just in love and you want to write, or when you're in hate and you want to write. This is just an ode to Black men, and I wrote it because I feel like we beat each other up a lot. Yeah. You know what I mean? We do a lot of well, if Black men didn't, and if Black women were, and sometimes we gotta do the opposite.
Yes, ma'am.
So here we go. Something about loving a Black man that makes you feel liberated. I look and see kings when most folks be intimidated. Something about that brown skin when the sunshine hit the melanin just right, baby. Something about lifting them up make the weight feel light. I love me a Black man knowing the world don't see Black love. Feels like coconut oil back rubs and good smoke. It's the highest of highs. Black love is the original dope, and I'm addicted like Cookie. You ever seen a Black man untie his do-rag and brush his waves just right? That shit is artwork. I love a Black man because we speak the same language, and he know what I mean when I say you getting me tight, but he know how to make it right like nobody else can. Something about a Black man that make you feel protected, make you feel powerful, sexy, and the right one gonna make sure you're respected. I love me a Black man knowing the world don't built like God sculpted them from onyx. Ain't nothing more fine than a Black man, I promise. I love me a Black man and all that it comes with. If you want to know where the love is, Black men be the compass. I love me a Black man. I just hope y'all see yourselves like I do.
Yes, yeah. I love that one.
Thank you.
That's why I named it Black Man. Yeah. I love me a Black man. That was a good one.
Yes, ma'am.
What's that one?
Oh, you want me to do it right now, back to back?
Well,
I'm a can, no problem. I'm just saying.
no, we don't have to.
It's not a big deal.
I said 45 minutes. It's been like 55 minutes.
Okay, let me see. I have it.
I know you got to get Tristan.
I've never done this one out loud to anyone but myself.
So this is
it's a first for everybody. I've only ever said it for myself. I've shared it.
Okay.
But I've never orated it to anyone.
Okay.
So
this is the exclusive shit.
Yeah, well,
I'm getting the exclusive shit.
This is a poem that I'll be dropping with the project that I'm dropping October 2nd. It's called Let It Be True.
Okay.
It's the first time I'm ever releasing a collection of poems.
Wow.
It's the first time I'm ever really letting anyone read them.
Mm-hmm.
Besides like close friends or something, I've never put my poems together in a way where people could read them. It's always I've done spoken word, and if you hear it, you hear it, or if I make a video and I post it, then it is what it is. But I've never,
Wow.
So yeah, I'm gonna drop that October 2nd. I think I'm gonna do it in pieces.
Okay.
Because there's poems that are specifically about like I said, how I see the world as a Black woman,
right.
Or how the state of Black people right now. And then there's kind of a section that just involves me learning what it is to be a woman.
And your evolution.
And, yeah.
And stuff. Okay.
And as a mother. And then there's another aspect to it. So, yeah.
So it's going to be more than one book. It's 3 parts.
3 parts, probably.
Okay.
I don't really like odd numbers, so we'll probably make it 4.
Okay.
2 is better, but it's not going to work. So, yeah.
We'll copy that. Okay.
Yeah.
CG was clapping.
Well, thank you, CG. So, yeah, I don't even know what the cadence is going to be. We'll just do it. Doesn't have a title. I've been asking for discernment. Discretion with my words. The more quiet I am, the louder I'm heard. For honey on my tongue and a soft breeze in the delivery. I pleaded for peace while fighting a war. It seems the harder I pray, the sharper my sword. The more I study, the more heavy the hand. I've been asking for a clear vision of who I am, who I might be, who I'm becoming. When becoming is what was always meant for me. See, I've never lacked ocular focus. Just my pupil was constricted, wasn't open to closeness. I didn't notice how the ops ticked and the watch's clock, but I'm hip to it now, yet not quite fit for a crown. But it seems the dress is becoming of me. See, I've been asking for open eyes now. When shut, they're open wide. I'm hoping this don't fall on deaf ears. I fear it's too late for some, but for one, none of it's in vain.
Hey.
Yeah.
He was gonna stop. Glad you're done with that.
Yeah.
I'll be putting you on the spot, Tye. No,
everybody puts me on the spot.
But I love you. I appreciate you. Like, how lucky I am. I could have met so many different people here on the East Coast, with my recovery and with just, escaping everything that was and reclaiming everything that was taken from me because of my poor choices. You know what I'm saying? And you have loved me and my family unconditionally.
I do what I can.
At all. But you know what? You're amazing. Like, and I don't know what I would do without you sometimes.
Aww.
So, look at her. Look. Yeah, right.
Now because I don't know why you would get on here and act like this. Not, you know what
break up. Have to fight somebody. We in there.
That's funny. But no, I'm saying because you will say something because people will look at something like that and you're being super open and like sentimental with me, right?
Right.
And they're gonna look at it like, damn, like she was being like, but they don't know that like I sincerely love you, but we just have the polar opposite personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're super. Not that I'm not an emotional person. I'm probably a super emotional person. I'm not an expressively
Right.
Emotional person. So please don't, I love her. I just,
She's
we have
Teresa.
we have different love languages. That's what it is. Love you though.
I love her more. Um, so Ty, can you tell us a little bit about Noel's Nest, just so everybody knows?
Yes. So Noel's Nest. Noel's Nest came to fruition in a funny way. Not a funny way. That was poor choice of language. It came to fruition in a way kind of similar to how I came into nursing. I didn't mean to do it.
Right.
It was something that God was like, here you go.
Right.
And a lot of it started due to my nursing journey with Tristan, her birth in general.
Right.
The experience I had giving birth to her in the hospital. I tell people all the time, the woman across the hall from me lost her baby.
Oh, wow.
In the process of me being in labor with Tristan. And I went in to have her on a Monday, and I didn't have her till Wednesday. So for those first a couple of days, I'm hearing her crying, like cries you can't. I mean,
right,
as as a mom, I couldn't imagine. I hadn't even had my daughter yet, but gotcha. You don't. It's it steers. I think all the time it steers a place in your mind because you don't forget something like that.
That's a fact.
So that I guess the vibration of that, it was profound to me. You know what I mean? Because where I feel like I would always be appreciative of my daughter, I love her to life.
Right.
It made me so much more like, well, I have to, you know what I mean? I gotta really do this.
You gotta get it together.
You know what I mean? Because there's no way. What? You know what I mean? Yeah. And that the whole moment of you becoming a mother is insane. You know what I mean? Because I don't think even as a doula, it's anything that I could prepare a woman for.
Right.
Because the context of it is different for everyone. The feelings are different for everyone. Everybody don't have that boom, I love you to death.
Yeah.
Which I don't. I get on a level of understanding as a provider.
Right.
But I don't understand because I had that. Oh my God.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You latched on
from
birth.
From
bonded.
Womb.
Right.
It was, this is my child.
And at first, a lot of women don't bond to their children. Yeah. So, or being a doula, you'll teach them how to breastfeed.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't guarantee that you'll bond. You know what I mean? It does increase the bonding to the time you spend with your child or whatever. But for some women, breastfeeding can be kind of a resentment for your child. And even if it's not like that all the time, it can feel like that sometimes because your body isn't yours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're essentially not working, but moving to provide for your child through your body. So, you know what I mean? So that idea that you've had, not only are you dealing with your body postpartum, dealing with your body image on a social level, then you have to deal with the idea of already a lot of women feel like my body isn't mine because it's my partner's.
Right.
And then you move from that to, okay, my body isn't mine, now it's my child's.
Yeah.
Because breastfeeding, especially in those early stages, is very demanding, very on time. Anyway, so yes, because of that mom whose name I don't know, whose child, God bless her, she didn't even get to leave the hospital with. Through my experience with nursing, the push that I had to want to do it led me into the education of it, led me into the education of birth. I probably experienced every possible worst case scenario you could have going into the birthing process.
Right.
And I should have been C-section if it wasn't for the connections that I had in that specific hospital, which is why I gave birth there anyway. It would have been C-section hours before. You know what I mean? And I wanted to have my daughter very naturally as I could, and a C-section was not an option. But I ended up being able to have her naturally vaginally.
Beautiful.
And so the education that I had to get to provide for myself because of the struggles that we were having with nursing. I mean, I would sit in my chair, in a rocking chair in the room,
Right.
and cry for hours with her just on me. And I didn't know what I was doing wrong. You feel like I can't do something right. You know what I mean? Like I can't even provide for my child in a way that I should be able to do naturally. And it was just all for lack of education because people weren't teaching women that look like me what to expect when you nurse. And then because we're so far off from it, there weren't even people around me that I could go to be like, yo, like what is going on?
And you'll work with everyone, but you want to.
Yeah. The idea is to target women target Black women, essentially, because we are the least provided for. In terms of breastfeeding education, childbirth education, healthcare, period. One of the things that people don't know is that the death rate for mothers and babies is the highest amongst Black women for a developed nation.
Right.
So of all these countries that you can think of who might be similar to America in healthcare, their Black women are surviving at higher rates, massively higher rates than Black women in the United States are, and their children. So not only are we lacking healthcare from the beginning of our conception, some of us aren't making it out of the hospital along with her children.
Right.
So that was a major push as to why I wanted to do that as well. And yeah, I just believe that in coming through all the research that I've done, connecting with the women that I've connected with, and I just feel like that's my purpose right now.
A pregnancy doula. So
yeah,
Black excellence. Again, why I chose you, Tye, is because I love how you steady changed everything. You're about to be 30 this year.
Why are you yelling?
I wasn't yelling.
Wow. Yes, I will be 30.
Mm-hmm. And what you gonna do on your birthday?
So I want to have an open mic. That's what I want to do.
You want to have an open mic? Where? Yeah. In Pittsburgh?
I'll probably have it home. Probably in Uniontown.
Okay.
I don't know.
Keep saying Pittsburgh.
I don't know. A lot of people, but it's okay. I'll probably. I don't know. But I'm like that. I'll change my mind last minute. But for a while, I think that's what I want to do. I don't want to perform. I want it to be like everybody comes in, does their own thing, and I just get to chill. You know what I mean? Like maybe I'll host it, or but I'm thinking that's what I want to do. That, or I want to throw a roller skating party. Oh. But that was something that I want to do with my cousin, and
a roll bounce.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A roll bounce party.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
Yeah.
Well, Tye, is there any advice that you can give young African American men and women? First for them, and then the general population. But what would you? Because we're celebrating Black excellence with you. So,
ooh. I feel like that's always a heavy question.
It is heavy, but I'm heavy.
No, it's a great question. You know what I mean? I just feel like I could I could talk you to the floor.
Yes.
I think as a whole, if I was going to give Black men and women advice, it would probably be to find out who you are, and not in a cliche sense, because that's gonna go. Yeah. And what I mean to say is literally find out who you are, because when you don't know who you are, where you come from, literally where you come from, people are always under, we will never know where we come from because of X, Y, and Z. No, you can find out where you're from and who your people are and what you're about and what you're supposed to be doing, and why you're not thriving as a Black person the way that you could be, because you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, because you don't know who you are. You know how people say, like, if you don't know where you came from, or if you don't know your name, you know what I mean, you'll never know who you are. So yeah, that would be my best advice, is to
excuse me, find out who you are.
Yeah, and go from there. Because once you know, you'll get it.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
Thank you for chatting with me.
Of course. We do that for fun.
I know we do it for fun. I'm gonna have you back one day.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna have you back one day. I got some more music coming up. I have an artist at home. Kind of popular. He's like a rock, hip hop, but he also battled with substance abuse, and he's been sober for a few years.
Good for him.
And he's low key popular, so I'm gonna have him on really soon.
Okay, play my last artist since we're talking about artists. Do that while we close out.
Yeah. Is CG still in the audience?
While we close out, do that.
I want to see if they can hear it though. You know what? Put it on your phone.
Okay.
That way we can listen to it on your phone. We can just put the phone right here and.
Okay, I don't think he has a video for it anyway, so I'll play from my Apple Music.
Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, thanks guys for tuning in to. I feel like that podcast was as honest as it could be, because it went exactly how it should have for us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
Okay.
We're cute.
Okay. I'm glad you know what I mean, because I'm like, there's no.
We're goofy and cute.
That's regular day.
Goofy grown women. We just living life, trying to ascend over here.
That's it. That's it. Okay, so this artist that I'm going to play from my phone, I guess, because we have some technical difficulties, is another artist local to home for me. You can find him on all platforms under Mulu, M-U-L-U. I think on Instagram, he's Mulu Music.
M-U-L-U?
M-U-L-U. So this is an older project of his too, but I really like it. And when he put it out, right, this is what I told you, there's some really talented people at home, right? Because I can sit on this podcast and all day I'll shout people out from home. I'll go crazy.
So we're gonna have to like that. We're gonna have to do one that is music based, because I like to share different genres. Arizona here.
Whoa. Let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
Because I'm only giving you these two artists
because shit.
No. Let me finish. I'm only giving you these two artists because I respect their craft.
Okay.
And what they do.
That's what you have to
and their artists and their lyricists, and they take it extremely serious.
Gotcha.
There are people who I know from home who have potential to be on their level.
Right.
And more. They won't put in the work.
That's the consensus. They say that about Arizona artists.
They won't. I don't believe, and I could be wrong. I don't believe they have the same work ethic that these two do, and that's why I won't personally endorse them. Not that my endorsement means anything.
No,
I would never
mean everything.
No, but I would never get up here and be like, I'm somebody who could really put you on. I can't do it, but I know that doing my part is doing exactly what I'm doing now and sharing them. So in that aspect,
it does mean something to me, because you can listen to this and then you be pulling up in the springtime and the summer listening to merengue and all that.
I go crazy.
Yeah, you go crazy. Stupid,
so yeah,
dumb. She go dumb.
I like this project because again, he did this with another guy from home who's a producer.
What?
But he also has like a clothing line. It's called The Gifted. Check it out.
A clothing line called The Gifted.
Yeah, I think you can get it on thegifted.com or something. I don't know. I always share it from my Facebook page if we're friends. Check it out. So his name is Montel. So Mulu, who I'm about to play for you, and Montel was producing it for him. So I just love. I'll tell you. I will talk about home all day. So I'm really proud of them for this product, even though it's older and they won't give us nothing more. Like I be begging.
See, they need to get on you gotta need to get on their ass to get to work.
So I'll play you Over, right? I like all the songs on this album. HPHK is one of my favorite if you ever want to listen. But I like Over because just a good song.
All right. Put it in.
It's okay.
can't see it. I can't see you when I'm home. Yeah. So the time to call it quits, so it hurts me to say it. Old friends leave, playing vibes, drumming like the phone. It's natural, hard to leave when it feels like you find the one. Either karma's a bitch or this for the chapter. There's water below my man, he's gonna take the slumps. Why did the beautiful ones know the chumps? I'm out here building. Small town niggas, I got bigger dreams. Shawty said it's cause I'm a Spanish, got me MF in the Mercury. I said it's over before, then I'm revolving through it like, let me get that last taste of sweet and the sin. Won't you come through, mess up my sheets and give me. Is it love or lust? Fuck, man, she got me tweaking. Shit so good, it's hard to trust, but I'm sinking. Round after round, bite the pillow, quit screaming. Raw passion on matches like pen in the past scratching. Afterwards, we laughing, we passing, we were magic. Still could be, love stories usually tragic. Shakespearean vibes, shall we let love die? I turn Aubrey, it's okay if you cry, but I can't be here. Exchanging our love, these only difference is I mean it. I ain't just a poor boy, couple girls like me. They just wanna fuck in case I'm known for my right thing. I bet she was different though, I bet she was right. The way she said for us. I love so much, I'm trying to he said, what I said? He said, she said, the way she said for us. I don't know what he meant. I don't know. And then this other one, y'all need to check out Naya, N-I-I-A. Ooh. So that's it. Play one more.
One more with pleasure.
Are you gonna go get a band-aid?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a band-aid.
Okay, she has to go get a band-aid.
This one is called HPHK. It's off the same album, Ornery Kid by Mulu, on all platforms.
Thank you. Saying that it takes patience. I don't know if I can keep waiting. Skip your mind through the hatred. This is history in the making. Hunger pains and hard knocks raise me, so pay me. They keep on saying that it takes patience. I don't know if I can keep waiting. Skip your mind through the hatred. This is history in the making. Hunger pains and hard knocks raise me, so pay me. They say they won't love you until you're gone. Got me wondering why I'm lusting for validation. Because I know with hard works come reparations, and my hard work will be paid in the nation screaming lyrics. This my manifestation. Feeling addict for pieces, mother and father split sheets. Since then I've been neck deep in composition, competition, late nights, beats kicking. Wrapped up in my own religion, voices saying I won't sell because they know I will. I don't listen, not anymore, residing behind the locked door. Still that hip-hop stepchild, the heart full of angst. Putting vibes out there for anyone who thinks nobody listens when they do. They just mad they can't do it like you. I'm sleeping cause the dream gone. I hear running on fumes, stressing out about streams and YouTube views. In my four-corner room, staring at whiteboard notes. Scraping the change to pay the man so that my life still works. Weekly checks if it be up, can barely eat when you're broke. Cause the dream come first. Got me fasting for the passion before I leave this earth. Y'all gonna know what skills y'all lack in the epitome of the growth. Y'all still teething though, y'all don't know. They keep on saying that it takes patience. I don't know if I can keep waiting. Skip your mind for the hatred. This is history. Yeah. Hunger pains and hard knocks raise me, so pay me. They keep on saying that it takes patience.
The horns for me.
The horns for you. I love it. This is history. So Hunger pains and hard knocks raise me, so pay me. When it comes down to it, I don't know what else I would do if I couldn't pursue this music. Playing beats seemed like defeat, so I'm out here throwing pebbles in my dream girl's window. Trying to creep. Long days and love letters. Now I'm a she's bringing small cheddar. Brides, I'm addicted, keep the Instagram. The girl that I run from the west side. Time is a bitch and in demand. Wanna follow her, but she ain't got time. We both got round, she on my mind. Don't look like her though, she one of a kind. Pushing into my goals. Got me singing 50's best friend while I jot down woes. My man no constantly battling cause the flesh remote. Blessings disguises like lessons, they cowl out the door, but I'm focusing. Laid up in the blood, sweat and tears that I've been soaking in. Since the day my cousin passed, I find I keep on flowing. My pen growing, my garden and never neglected. Haven't drunk a project, been too worried about perfection. I can't let them fill my head up with second guesses. This my year, I'm projecting my rope on the skyrocket, stock rising. No need to swallow, motherfucker knows diving co-pilot. Someone bell again, I might get violent. People saying anything. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
So that's two artists I really, really like. So
yeah, we got to do something. We're gonna sit and talk about it. Yeah, CG, I know you're here. We got to really do something with some artists. I know you're in a different lane, but Miss Tye and I have a little bit of the same spirit where we come together, and I think we can really make something happen. But
yeah.
But anyways, it was a long pod tonight. Long talk, long chat. I keep saying talk, but we're chatting. We chatted it up for everybody to see. I appreciate you, Tye. I pray that everything that you want, that you get it, and I know that you will. Like this video, when I'm not here ever again, if you're, shit can happen. Like, come back and look at this because you are to someone, to me, the definition of Black excellence.
Oh, thank you.
So wow. I really want to thank you for being here, even though we get into it. I want to thank everybody who views this today and in the future. Miss Tye Noel, is there anything else you want to say?
No, thanks for watching. If you're gonna watch after, what's up?
Do you have any links? TikTok?
Oh, well, maybe I should say that, right?
Yeah, that works.
I'm so bad at these things. You could find me. A lot of my doula work is just from like word of mouth and things like that. But you can find me on Facebook, Tye Noel. I do have an Instagram at Noel's Nest, NOELSNEST. You can send me a message on there. Follow me. Like I said, I don't promote my poetry. I've never dropped poetry in a form like this before, so I don't have an Instagram page specifically for that. But you can check my Facebook for it. I'll probably drop it on there.
Tye, wait.
What?
We got 3 viewers. Drop one more poem.
Oh,
do it while I got 3 views. There's 3 people in here. I'm so excited.
Oh,
3 people. Drop one.
Okay.
She like 95% of the time she gives me what I want.
Wow.
3 viewers. Y'all make sure you stay here right now.
This is what I
see, we're about to say goodbye. Fuck it. Let's just one more poem. One more poem.
It's not giving, baby. I wasn't ready for
it. Doesn't matter. You remember how I told you, like, you do your best work when you are under pressure.
Literally. Okay. I don't.
One more.
No, because by the time I find one, everybody's going to be gone because I don't know what.
Well, we're up to 2. It doesn't really matter.
I don't.
Oh, there's only one now.
Oh, well, that's too bad. Oh.
Did you find it?
I mean, yeah.
I know CG's still here. He supports me. Let's go. CG's going to have to come to East Stroudsburg and bring his recording equipment.
Okay.
One more.
Whatever. This is an old one. I don't love it. It's the first one that I came across.
Put on your spectacles.
Right, I need them. This is a poem that I usually do at spoken word. Well, I used to do at spoken word events, so it works a little bit better when I get the chance to kind of flow into it more. Because I like to interact with the audience, so I'm not as nervous, and I talk a little bit before I kind of jump into the poem.
Okay.
But we're here. Yeah. So I'm just gonna do it. Okay. It's not titled either. Oddly enough,
I'm gonna start giving you titles.
Don't title my poems either. I'm starting to title them for this project.
Okay.
But I'm usually, because usually I'm just writing. So there's not a theme that I think of or a title that I give before.
Well, I'm gonna help you.
But I kind of don't mind that. You know what I mean? It's just like poem.
Just let it be.
Yeah.
But I like Black Man for Black Man.
Yeah, we can leave it at that. But I feel like it's more my aesthetic. Okay. To leave them untitled. All right. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Anywho, Y'all remember that Kanye song? Nothing's ever promised tomorrow today, and nothing lasts forever, but be honest, babe. It hurts, but it may be the only way. Remember that song?
Yeah.
It always feels like hurt's the only way. I don't know if I've ever experienced love without pain. Feel like every time I fell, it was someone else's gain. If I could turn the trauma bonds into monetary gain, well, shit, I'd be a rich bitch.
Yeah.
Don't it be exhausting when what you thought was love start to feel like boxing? Maybe we just ain't speaking the same language, reading the same book, but we on two different pages. I know it's someone out there who's gonna make love feel like ecstasy, but all this hurt make it hard. Excuse me, told you I wasn't ready. But all this hurt make it hard to get next to me. I don't want to bring all these bricks from the past and build the same house, cause nothing's ever promised tomorrow today. Yeah.
What was it? I loved it.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you again, Miss Tye Noel. Miss Black Excellence. Again, thank you for tuning in now and later. MissNoRearView. Never looking back. Always moving forward.
That's it.
That's it. Thank you guys. Have a good night.